What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video, we're going to be fixing the Corvette, which hopefully is a starter. I got the old one taken out after Power Cruise and tested that at AutoZone. It came back bad, so I went ahead and bought a new one, and now it's time to install it. This is the old one. It got pretty fried up at Power Cruise. I think it's because of the heat. As you can see, we got 2 bolts right there, and then right over here we got 1 connector, and then it looks like 2 grounds. All right, guys, got the starter back in, and now when I try and start, it still doesn't want to start. So I think we have something else going on, possibly something in the engine, thinking. All right, guys, so like I said, we put the starter in and it still makes the same noise. I sent the starter, I brought it to AutoZone and they tested it, said it was bad. So that was why I bought a new one. And I thought that the noise that I heard when the engine shut off was the starter engaging, which I thought was kind of odd. And I don't think that that's the case. So I think I have to rip into this engine, probably pull it out and see what we got going on. Well, guys, I just pulled off the passenger side valve cover because it's the easiest one to get at. But just to see if there was maybe like a spring damaged or a rocker arm or a push rod. I'm not 100% sure, but so far push rods look fine. But the valve springs, none of them look broken. These rocker arms seem fine, seem very stiff, so I don't think it's anything top end, at least on this side. All right, guys, got the driver's side valve cover off. Everything from what I can see so far looks fine. Those valve springs look fine. The rocker arms look tight. Push rods, from what I can see right now, they don't look bent. Guys, one thing I always recommend doing when you're doing something, whether it's this big or a smaller project or anything on a car, is to take Ziploc bags and a marker and just write down what these bolts are for, or anything that you take off, put them in here. That way you know these bolts are for the valve covers. And then I'll also take tape like this or something similar and tape it onto like a valve cover or whatever and say driver valve cover or passenger side valve cover, just so I remember. All right, guys, so this is where I'm going to end for today, but just put the valve covers back on just so I know debris really gets on there or anything. Not that it really matters too much right now, but and then I just taped off the cylinders. And yeah, so I just have to unbolt the headers. I got the plugs out and start working on the front here, drain the coolant and do some stuff underneath. And we're starting to make some progress on it. All right, guys, today's a new day. Got the top part of it done. I'll show you kind of what I'm working on today. So pretty much all this front stuff over here that needs to come off. Obviously unbolt the headers. I was able to drain the coolant also. So other than that, we just got to get into it. All right, guys. So we just went through all this, and this is connecting rod bearing 1 and 2 right here. Definitely got hot. We also got the main bearings as well that we went through. Show you this one. Got pretty hot too. Here is main bearing number 2 right here. There's the crank right there. Here is main bearing number 3. Here is main bearing number 4. This one's pretty bad right here. Here's main bearing number 5 right here. Looks pretty rough as well. As you can see, there looks like there's some heat that went through this engine. Alright guys, so I got all the pistons out. I already showed you 1 and 2. So this one is 3 and 4 connecting rod bearings. Those don't look that good. Let me get it to zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so there's those. Here's 4. Here's 5. 6. 7. And 8. And to be honest with you guys, I might have mixed up 7 and 8 bearings a little bit, but basically it doesn't really matter because this thing's gonna need new bearings, probably new pistons, definitely a new crank, and hopefully not a new block. So here's the crank. This is where the most damage is, really, right here. It looked like it got really hot. These 2 bearings basically were glued onto the crankshaft, basically melted, really. So definitely gonna need a new one. All right, guys, so we already got the harmonic balancer off. I stopped at Harbor Freight and got a 3-jaw puller set. It comes with 3, 4, and 6 inch. It's probably a one-time use, to be honest with you, but it worked, got it off. So now just time to pull the oil pump off, timing gear, all that, and then get the camshaft out and see what that looks like. Also see what the lifters look like and go from there. Guys, if you look at this cam, I was looking at this and there's a good gouge from the lifter right here on this one, and then also a pretty good one right here, and then even back further here there's another one right here, and these spots right here for the cam bearings look kind of worn through also. And I think I'm going to take apart the oil pump, see if there's anything bad in there, and then probably look through the lifters, because obviously this came from one of them. So, all right, guys, so I have this oil pump separated right here, and nothing visibly is broken. On this one, it has a kind of a wear on it right here. Try and see how best I can get this video. see right here, there's a wear on it. I don't know if that's just normal wear, but I do know that these are kind of common to go out on C6Zs, and this one also kind of has a wear. Also, I don't know how well you're going to see that, but yeah, so not 100% sure if this was the cause or not, but it's definitely going to get replaced. All right, guys, so I think I'm going to end the video here just to kind of break it up, because this is kind of a lot in one video. But I'm thinking that we're going to be okay. The engine block's going to be okay, and I'll be able to just get a rotating assembly, crank, pistons, connecting rods, all that jazz. Probably go new cam, and hopefully the heads are okay, and put it all back together with new bearings and all that stuff. But hopefully that all goes to plan. And then also shout out Tick Performance, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.